Good evening and welcome to Wilkes-Barre. Another year for some basketball. John Mendola here with Mark McNulty. We have some other guys working tonight. We'll get to Braden Richards at halftime for an interview. And Mark, excited about the start here at this tournament. And we started off with a quick layup here for the Wolfpack and a miss.
Yeah, and that's how they were last year. On the boards, they were always fighting, but they just came up a little bit short there. But I expect a tough game here against Redeemer.
So the Royals with this brand new scoreboard here, pretty darn neat, Mark. And Royals will be in red. That's Quaglia with the basketball, wearing number 1 tonight. We'll get to those starters here as Mark will peel those off in his side time when some action's not going on here. But right now we get kind of right into it here because of the music. And our friend Joe Galamo right to it, high off the board, a miss and a battle for the basketball. It'll be David Januzzi. Brother on the floor, coming down, gets trapped, gets it over to the bro, and then switch it up. Wolfpack moving the basketball around here. Old Forge beat Emmaus in the first game. A little give and go.
And that's another brotherly connection there. Achilles Fuentes over to his identical twin, Robert Fuentes.
And a foul by Charles Schaefer. Mark, give it those starting lineups for us.
So for Redeemer, we have number 1, Cody Quaglia. For number 2, we have Karan Drayton. And number 3, we have Kyer McLean. Then we have number 25, Caden Sepkoski. And number 30, Charlie Schaefer. For your Wolfpack, we have David Januzzi, Luciano Januzzi, Robert Fuentes, Achilles Fuentes, and then Mikey Keating.
All right, there we go. There's the rundown. Sets of brothers here. Look pretty similar, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And to the rack goes Keating. He couldn't finish that one. So just 2-0. 6 minutes and change on the clock, and the down low stuff didn't happen there for Redeemer. And that one, another miss and a battle underneath. And Januzzi goes off the leg. It'll go out, and it'll be Wilkes-Barre basketball.
I think so far here, these teams slow down a little bit. It's the first quarter. We just started the game. You don't need to be, going crazy, going for these layups here.
So Wilkes-Barre in their half-court set here. And Januzzi for the 3. He was practicing those the other day over on the other court. That one in and out. It'll be a foul here on the Wolfpack. So no mistakes here, Mark, with our scoreboard now. I mean, they got who the fouls are, how many points they have. I mean, we're like experts here.
We even get the players' headshots here. We get to see what they all look like instead of just looking at their numbers.
Great stuff here at Wilkes-Barre area. And a charge is going the other way, and man down there. That was a big hit.
Down the play there, that was Robert Fuentes who took a shot there on that play.
So big coaching staff here for the Wolfpack. They got 3 guys on that bench along with Jimmy Levan, who is the head coach. As we get down here, and Januzzi driving the basketball. He goes backdoor action, another layup missed by the Wolfpack. We missed 3 of those, Mark.
And very uncharacteristic, I feel like. They don't miss a lot of these easy, layups. I don't expect many more of them throughout the season.
Quaglia off the front of the rim, and Fuentes coming down. Tipsy Doodle scores.
And that was Achilles Fuentes there. So the Fuentes brothers getting the scoring started here for your Wolfpack.
Not too shabby. Looking forward to talking to Braden Richards at halftime. And, hey, if he gets a chance, he might check in with us here and there. We'll see. He wants to kind of watch the game a little bit down there, get some courtside action. Old Forge here. See the coaches scouting right now. They try to get it inside, but Fuentes is too quick. And that's Robert.
You got trapped a little bit back there in the backcourt. Got to be careful.
And that one goes out. So just 4-0 with 4:40 to go. 4 is our lucky number right now.
A lot of rebounding, a lot of fouls, a lot of tough basketball being played here today.
And both teams missing shots underneath and shots being contended with down low. Here's a give, and a finish by Holy Redeemer.
That was Karan Drayton there, the senior guard.
They go inside to Fuentes and a finish, quick hitter.
For 6 points now from the Fuentes brothers.
So 6-2 is the score. We'll get Orlando Williams, who is a freshman, not big in stature, but has some ball game to him. And one.
And a nice make there for Redeemer. Slow the game down a little bit, try and get the score a little bit closer to going their way.
You know, over the years, Wilkes-Barre has had difficulty beating Redeemer, haven't beaten them.
Yeah, and it's always a good game. It always seems like a tough basketball game, but then at the end, Redeemer always finds a way to scratch and claw their way, into that leading spot. We'll see if Wilkes-Barre can prevent that here in their home opener.
Logan Schrader now checks in for Redeemer. And that quick trigger there by Redeemer. They missed the foul shot. 6-4 is the score.
Like you said, we have Orlando Williams coming in here.
Again, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Dallas. They had Tice Mason. It wasn't as big. He grew a little bit since his freshman year. But skilled player. Inside ball game, Fuentes.
That was Robert Fuentes again here. He has 6 points already in this ball game.
One's got a little bigger ponytail than the other. Other than that, it's difficult. Hey, all right, now I got the shoes, the pink and the red, right? That's the easy way to tell them apart. Fuentes, brother.
Yeah. And then in comes for the Wolfpack number 45, Elijah Silla, 6'7" senior.
You know this guy.
I do know this guy. Me and him have been really good buddies for a long time. So I'm excited to see him out here for your Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack.
Does he have some ball game?
Absolutely he does. Absolutely.
Looks like he's playing tough down there again, 6'7". Going to have to grab some boards. So a little bit of a late bloomer, didn't play basketball.
Yeah, he really started last year. He got involved with the team, but we always played, pickup basketball, stuff like that. But last year really started to try and, practice, sharpen his game, sharpen his defense, and now we're seeing him in here for Wilkes-Barre area.
There's Keating with an easy bucket. Got the orange sneaks. It's 10-4, good buddy.
And there's Keating. He had a couple of tough misses there to start the game. This one he gets to go, maybe breaking a little bit of a cold streak to start out.
Opening night, it's now the night after Thanksgiving is when we're playing basketball. That's the earliest it's ever been for high school basketball. Used to always be that first week in December.
I love it, though. Some early basketball, don't have to wait that long.
And a great pass by Januzzi's Fuentes.
That was Achilles Fuentes there, and we have a timeout on the court.
12-4 is the score. We'll be back. Back at it here at Wilkes-Barre area. 12-4 is the score. John Mendola, Mark McNulty, our student broadcast here on the John Mendola Show Network. We have some other guys that'll be joining us. Orlando Williams downtown.
The 5'6" freshman making his impact known here to start the game.
Drayton threw him around like a little rag doll coming down. But you see Williams can shoot the basketball. He will contribute. And a double dribble as Januzzi has, he just says, hey, ref, did I really do that? I didn't see it.
And now here's an interesting sub for Wilkes-Barre area. Out comes Mike Keating. In comes 6'2 senior Cam Shovlin for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Cam Shovlin is now with Wilkes-Barre. At number 1, Jacob Johnson. Remember him from last couple years. He will now play some ball. So Shovlin, of course, you know his dad. Player at GAR, Chris Shovlin. I think he even had more points than Bobby Serve. He was at Valley West. Now he's at Wilkes-Barre. You got Januzzi, you got Shovlin, you got Williams trying to get a downtowner and off the mark. The depth for Wilkes-Barre, interesting. 15-4 advantage, dominating right now over Holy Redeemer.
And Wilkes-Barre has this advantage where everybody on their bench is going to get some playing time, okay? So if you're the opposing team, you have to game plan for a lot of different players and a lot of different play styles. So, it makes it a little bit difficult on the opposing coaching staff.
I think we could get a good little movie here as, you mentioned your buddy Scylla.
Yep.
Scylla. At 6'7", hanging out with Orlando Williams at 5'6". He picked them up there. Those two are an interesting combo on the floor. Pressure here. Depth of Wilkes-Barre could be a problem for other teams all season long. Here's Williams. Got shake and bake there by Drayton, and Shovlin got right in his grill and fouled him.
And some tough defense being played so far, but by both sides. The score isn't necessarily reflective of that, but, defense is being played here early on.
So 5 team fouls is where we're at here for Wilkes-Barre with $1:16 to go. Appreciate you joining us. Half-court offense here for the Wolfpack. Outside Ranger didn't go there for Shovlin. Cameron Shovlin is a senior, 6'2", nice size.
And, to your point earlier, you saw Elijah, pick up Orlando Williams. There's a lot of size on the court right now for Wilkes-Barre area. Something they're not necessarily accustomed to. They've had some good centers over the past few years, but none of them have really, been big and dominant. Now you got a couple of big guys playing on the court at once.
Januzzi always plays a little bigger than his size. Now his brother, Luciano, he comes in at 5'10" as a freshman. He's currently on the bench, but did start for the Wolfpack. Will be a main contributor this year. But different energy right now without the Fuentes brothers. It's just a little different. The one did come back here now, but one is still on the bench. So it's nice to see that rotation, though.
Absolutely, and it keeps your players fresh. It keeps your guys, late situations. If you're in, let's say it's a really close game here at the end, you can put your starters in. They're not going to be gassed. They're not going to be tired.
15-7 to score. Nice pick and roll and a score.
And that's Robert Fuentes this time. That's already 8 points for him in the first quarter.
So Robert Fuentes making it happen. You see that brand new scoreboard if you come here to the Wolfpack Gymnasium as the student section's packed up, ready to go. And a foul here out top. So we won't go past 5 fouls a quarter. It'll reset in period number 2. Still just 3 for Holy Redeemer, who've gotten some different guys on the floor here up and down this lineup, Mark.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the same blessing that Wilkes-Barre area has. Redeemer, you got a bunch of guys who are going to play, a bunch of guys who are going to keep the starters fresh. As I believe, Keating back in the game here for Fuentes.
Former superintendent of Wilkes-Barre area, Bernie Previsnak, now on the varsity bench for Holy Redeemer. And Coached a long time, junior high, and just loves the game.
And Wilkes-Barre here, they're going to be in no hurry to score. You only got 20 seconds left in the quarter. You could just pass the ball around, get the last shot, take it to the break.
17-9 right now. Period number one coming to an end, or quarter number one. Januzzi drive, little contact, no foul call. They go long ball off the mark, and quarter number one is in the book. 17-9 after one.
Embroidery and screen printing, 570-714-3617. Custom screen printing and embroidery, 35-plus years experience in the apparel decorating industry. Multicolor embroidery, logo design, teamwear, corporate apparel. Visit our showroom at 1081 Main Street in Swarsville, or give us a call, 570-714-3617, or visit us online at sharperembroidery.com.
All right, here we go, second quarter. John Mendola now with Logan Krakenfels with us here in our Wilkes-Barre Area Media Club and the Wilkes-Barre Area broadcast. A miss there, and Holy Redeemer comes up with it. Logan, what did you think of that first quarter?
First quarter, I like how it's going. Both teams are definitely fighting. Wolfpack's got the advantage right now. One thing I really noticed is all the brothers out here. We have the Fuentes brothers and we have the Januzzis. I like seeing that. A lot of young people out here as well.
Yeah, and a good crowd here. And here's Orlando Williams, the freshman. He's only 5'6". We see him walking the halls like, who's that little guy? But he can play the game of basketball. Shoveling out there. Again, here is Johnson from downtown. And Jacob Johnson has some of that outside ball game. And almost the steal here is Holy Redeemer up against it, down 11. So Redeemer subbing in various guys. And here is McLean for three, and the banks are open on a Friday. 20-12. Januzzi brings it up for Johnson, goes down low. Here's Keating trying to make sure he's got a little inside and outside ball game. Johnson for three, score!
Thing about Johnson is when he gets hot on that three, he doesn't stop. It's either he's 5 for 5 or he's 0 for 5.
Right. You got it. Last year, he hit a little bit of a streak. I'd like to see him hit 2 in a row here and try to get his ball game. He's got to be a little bit hungry now. He's coming off the bench, and he knows these young guys are going to push him a little bit. Royals get the basketball down low. Little jumper there, and a nice stroke from number 43, Jack Wasikowski. It's a big name. Here's
Orlando.
Yeah. Moving it around with Shoveling out there. Shoveling 6'2". Johnson from the parking lot, way off. That's all right. You hit 2 in a row. Why not you take one? And don't think about that next one. And then Shoveling with his second foul now, 23-14. So, Logan, your impressions of this brand new scoreboard, is it pretty much all that and a little bit more?
Absolutely. I like how they have the jersey numbers. I know you guys can't see that exactly, but the jersey numbers are up there. I like it shows how the points, the fouls, really everything you need to see for the game.
Logan, your junior year, you're involved in a bunch of stuff here at school. Talk a little bit about, before the Royals try to put one up here, talk about just being a student here and kind of getting involved in so many things.
It's great. Of course, expanding your expertise and everything really helps. I didn't expect myself to be up here today doing this game, but now I had this opportunity to do it, and I love it, you know.
Here is Januzzi, the younger one, gets it to Keating off his hip, and he scores and one. You've watched some basketball and Mikey Keating over the years. What are you impressed about him to start?
All-around player. Absolutely. Defense, shooting, mid-range, finishing. Everything's perfect, really. I mean, I love watching him all the years he's been here. His chemistry with his teammates are also great as well. His passing ability is very good.
So here comes Zion McGee. He's a sophomore. Don't know much about Zion, but looks like he's got a little height to him.
Absolutely. I think he's definitely big on defense. I haven't seen much ball game from him, like you said, but I'm excited to see him.
And again, Wolfpack really kind of going up and down that bench right now and working that.
I think that's what this tournament's really for, just in seeing how this team's going to work together. Again, like you said, a lot of young guys out here, so I like to see them get out here. You know, Orlando, Januzzi's little brother, Lucci, they're all getting around good playing time.
Looking forward to Braden Richards with our halftime interview with Coach Levan. He should be pleased if the next 5:31 goes well.
Great, yeah. I can't wait to see Levan speak on his team. He loves his team. You know, he puts his heart and soul into it all year round.
26-14 is the count. We got Mark McNulty, Chase Erbacher, and Logan Krakenfels with us today doing some color commentary. And Braden Richards will be our sideline reporter. Got some other crew with us here, a little bit behind the scenes, but trying to get you a different camera angle this year with our remote cam. So just trying some different things and trying to continue with some consistency, but getting more guys involved, Logan, like yourself. Like you said, hey, this opportunity came up. Talk about some of the other things you're doing at the school. Big in the Business Academy?
Yeah, big in the Business Academy this year. I'm also the junior class treasurer, so I was very hectic recently with homecoming. But that was great. It's really fun, and it's great to see all the students. Like, I work towards what they want, you know what I mean? Our field trip at the end of the year, sport games like this, you know, count all the money. And just trying to finance with them and see what we can really do with everything that we're available to do.
Holy Redeemer goes down low, gets that bucket. That's 15, Lucas Schrader. It's 26-16. They're down 10. Here is Januzzi off the back of the iron and a foul. I think it's going to go against the Wolfpack.
Another brother duo out there, the Schradis brothers. There's Logan and Lucas, double L's out there.
So it is on the Wolfpack. They've got 4 fouls. Again, they've been fouling a lot more aggressive than Holy Redeemer has been. Paul Guido pacing up and down the sideline with his red golf shirt there. 4:38 on the clock here. What do you think about the early season start right after Turkey Day?
I think these boys might be a little sluggish after yesterday. You know, their stomachs might still be full, but they're playing their hearts out.
43, Washakowski again with the bucket. Makes it 26-18. Keating tried to go down low. Plenty of contact there. No foul. Got a good officiating crew here tonight. And a drive that didn't make it there from Quaglia. But the foul down afterwards will go against the Holy Redeemer Royals. 24 now entering. Josh Grakowski. It's Grahowski. Move the ball around. Here is Januzzi, the freshman. Splash for the Wolfpack.
It's great to see that from him. You know, I definitely believe that his family and his brother have been a big influence on him. I've been seeing him for years, ever since he was, I think, 7th grade. We played against each other, and I can tell you he's definitely a good player.
Doing some splashing of his own as well as his brother. 3:37 on the clock. Wilkes-Barre showing maybe a little bit more depth than I would have thought this year. Really flashing some peeps. Number 4, corner pocket. Does it go? Battle underneath, and Holy Redeemer wins that. 15 again. And a timeout on the floor, a full timeout will take a timeout as well. It's 29-20, Wolfpack. We're back at it here at Wilkes-Barre area. Logan Krakenfell's a junior with us. I'm John Amendola, and Dave Januzzi just misses. And a rip there by number 23. Love the worm-like activity there from 23. Tahir Bolden. He had some action last year in JV mostly.
Definitely lots from him. I always see him diving for lost balls, as well as the rest of this team. I'm seeing a lot of men on the floor tonight, and I love seeing that hustle out of him.
Yeah, he's an athletic kid. And I believe he's a kid who can dunk the basketball, if I remember.
I think I've seen some videos of him definitely finishing the ball. Like you said with the JV last year, our JV was very well, I think, the last 2 years. We were honestly one of the best in the I would say district probably.
A lot of good teams this year. Dallas will be good. Hazleton will be pretty good. So it'll be a lot of teams to contend with. And a good tournament here. Old Forge, of course, single A. Beat Emmaus. It might actually be double A. I got to double check that. But a smaller school beat a big school. Emmaus, one of the bigger schools in the Lehigh Valley. And it was a close game. I mean, it could have went either way, but Old Forge pretty much had to hold off Emmaus.
Yeah, that came right down to the last 15 seconds, I say. It came down to free throws and a couple threes, and it could have been a tied game.
We gave you that broadcast today. No audio in that, but just wanted to at least give you the video on it. And Januzzi went up, and Bruce Weinstock says that's a foul. 2:51 on the clock here at Wilkes-Barre area. So, Logan, talk a little bit about how did your Thanksgiving go?
It was great. It's always great seeing family, honestly. I was going to multiple houses, so I had multiple meals, and, it's great. You always say what you're thankful for, and it's really just a time to recap the year as it's coming to an end and just show your family and how much you love them and appreciate them.
I appreciate your efforts. You've been really aggressive with the Wilkes-Barre Media Club. Talk a little bit about interviewing some kids and getting to do some different projects. Has that been fun for you?
It's been fun, but it's been very intriguing because I've learned so many things that I would have never thought I would have knew about some people in our school that you walk by them in the halls every day and you never expect that from them.
Grahowski inside ball game, 30-24, 2:33 on the clock, and Redeemer's kind of hanging in here, down 6. Johnson gets it up court to Januzzi, and that
dog pile, absolute dog pile.
You're right about that. Both Januzzi's kind of hanging out over there, and those dogs will go after it. Mm-hmm. Nice job. I like the aggression right now at Holy Redeemer. They're still hungry, and they're down a half dozen, and it feels a little bit more like Wilkes-Barre's up 12.
Yeah. I definitely feel like they want to come back before halftime and come out of that half and be explosive and be aggressive against our team.
Januzzi couldn't finish that one, really close. Holy Redeemer comes up with a rebound. So Redeemer doing a good job of grabbing some boards here and have some ball players, that's for sure. For Paul Guido, still at it at Holy Redeemer. $155. Outside Jay, rims out, and Johnson comes up with it. Keating can shoot and drive. He goes in and can't finish. There's been a lot of missed layups here by Wilkes-Barre area. And an extra stepper and a goodie by Max Mahutsky. 30-26, only up 4. Januzzi quick stepping and a biscuit in the bucket.
Great layup, mostly for a short guy. He always finds a way to finish around the rim. He really uses his flexibility and his athleticism to get in there.
32-26 is the count. And a take there by Holy Redeemer inside. Jacob Johnson continues to do what he does. Logan, how about Johnson hitting another one?
I told you, once he gets on a streak, he doesn't stop. And hopefully he carries that on past the halftime, and he keeps making a couple more of them.
Down low, Grahowski again.
He's doing great around the paint. He's really finding a way around our defenders. We have 2 tall defenders. We have 2 people on our team, 6'7".
34-30. This is getting a little bit more interesting, Logan, as this game is moving on here.
I noticed myself, I'm leaning forward, and now I'm really starting to lock in.
Wolfpack will hold this basketball. 2 guys for Redeemer want to come in. Don't know if they're going to get in unless Wilkes-Barre misses. Januzzi on the driver and 1.
I knew he was going to take it there. I knew he was going to try to get the last shot. He usually does, and I was expecting a 3 out of us, but he went for the drive, and he made the N1.
Hawley, 45, is coming in. This is Mark's friend.
Absolutely, Elijah. This is the man that is 6'7", one of 2 people on our team, the other one being Josh Jones, a sophomore.
So nice having a little bit of height, but Redeemer's done a good job of being a bit undersized here.
I think with Grahowski being down in that paint, they need somebody to stop him. It seems like he's making a lot of layups on us.
4 seconds here. 37-30 the count, and the runner doesn't go, and they hit it out. A touchdown lead here for Wilkes-Barre area as we await Braden Richards and Coach Jimmy Levan here for our halftime interview. So let's see if we could get down to Braden Richards. He's going to walk over here and talk to Coach Levan here at halftime. Braden, we're ready for you.
All right, guys, I'm here with Wilkes-Barre area's head coach, Jimmy Levan. Coach, tell me about what you're going to tell those boys in the locker room at halftime.
I just think we got to obviously clean up our fouls. The fouls early hurt us, put them on the free throw line, kind of let them hang around. And then I think once we got all those fouls, we kind of became very passive defensively. They got a ton of paint touches and then obviously, created some points and got themselves back in the game. So, again, I think it's just clean up our hands a little bit defensively, limit those fouls, and play aggressively defensively. We're not communicating. It's a couple of those missed screens. We're just not switching when we're supposed to switch. So it's correctable things. That's the good part.
Sounds good. Back up to you guys. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Braden Richards, thank you. We'll be back for quarter number 3.
Valley Landscaping Incorporated. We do commercial, residential, roadside improvements, landscape maintenance, hydro seeding, and irrigation. Our goal is to provide results that exceed our clients' expectations. Located on Reese Street in Plains, give us a call, 570-824-TREE. That's 824-8733 for Green Valley Landscaping Incorporated. No job too big or too small. We'd like to thank our local State Farm insurance agents. Frank Sirokach, located at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sirokach. Mendocino's Pizzeria Ristorante, located in the ShopRite Plaza, Route 502 in Covington Township. 570-842-2070. You can visit them online. It is Mendocino'sPizza.com. Like us on Facebook and Instagram, serving the North Pocono community for over 37 years. 570-842-2070, Mendocino's Pizzeria Ristorante. We thank our friends at Chancellor Financial Trusted Advisors. Services include asset management, retirement planning, education planning, estate planning, and tax planning. Give Bob Dwyer and his team a call for a free consultation, 570-822-4475. Chancellor Financial, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Orthodontics Unlimited has 5 convenient locations throughout Northeast Pennsylvania to serve you. Kingston, Clark Summit, Carbondale, Honesdale, and Dinkman's Ferry. Dr. Mariotti, Dr. Abod, and Dr. Serio encourage you to schedule a free consultation. Choose braces or aligners and enjoy unlimited confidence, unlimited smiling, and unlimited happiness. You can visit them online at orthounlimited.org. Choose Invisalign or braces and smile without limits. Schedule your free consultation at Orthodontics Unlimited with 5 locations throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. Injury Lawyers, Comets Law. Comets Law Firm is a full-service law firm serving clients throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, with particular emphasis on the greater Wilkes-Barre and Scranton area. But they also service Allentown, Philadelphia, State College, Pottsville, and Harrisburg. Personal injury, motor vehicle accidents, medical malpractice, family law. Call Personal Injury Lawyers, Comets Law, 570-829-1111. CometsLaw.com for Jonathan Comets and his team of lawyers. At Cryotherapy Restore and Rejuvenate, we proudly combine state-of-the-art technology with personalized care to help you feel and perform at your best. Open 7 days a week, 16 Church Street in Dallas. Geared towards student athletes from high school and college to help their bodies recover by offering cutting-edge solutions. Student athlete packages are available for a 3-month unlimited amount of visits. Contact 570-228-2796. Email Amory at cryotherapysessions.com. Cryotherapy, 16 Church Street, Dallas, 570-228-2796. Visit Ravello's Pizza in the pizza capital of the world, Old Forge, Pennsylvania. Call 570-457-9843. Voted #1 pizza in downtown Old Forge. Open 7 days a week. Ravello's Pizza, Old Forge. Independent Graphics is a premier one-stop custom print shop that provides quality work with unmatched turnaround times. From variable mailings and postcards to brochures and catalogs. Check them out online. It's independentgraphics.com. Call 570-654-4040 for Lou Champy and his team at Independent Graphics. Dr. Todd Pacheski, located at 1500 Wyoming Avenue in 44, is conveniently located for you and your family. Teeth cleaning, general and restorative, plus cosmetic dentistry, including dental implants, Invisalign, and more. Call 570-287-2500 or visit Dr. Todd online. It's drtoddsmileon.com for Dr. Todd Pacheski. Dee's Diner, East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre, across from the casino. Fans, it's hard to find a place with a home-cooked taste. Open 7 days a week and 24 hours on the weekends for good food and the convenience of being open when your belly is hungry. Visit Dee's Diner tonight. Sharper Embroidery and Screen Printing, 570-714-3617. Custom screen printing and embroidery, 35-plus years experience in the apparel decorating industry. Multicolor embroidery, logo design, teamwear, corporate apparel. Visit our showroom at 1081 Main Street in Swoyersville or give us a call, 570-714-3617, or visit us online at sharperembroidery.com. At Resilient Athletics and Physical Therapy, we do Functional fitness, building strength that carries over into everyday life. Sport-specific strength training. Train like an athlete focused on programs that build power. Kids Functional Fitness helps kids build confidence, coordination, and a love for movement through fun, age-appropriate workouts. Physical therapy. Recover stronger and move better with expert hands-on care. Call 570-673-0881. Conveniently located at 1329 Route 315 in Wilkes-Barre, right near the casino. Resilient Athletics and Physical Therapy. Open 7 days a week. Give State Farm agent Courtney Lisk a call. She's located in the Green Ridge section of Scranton at 1759 Sanderson Avenue. Call 570-800-5969. Supportive and committed to the community as well as local nonprofit organizations. Check out our 250 5-star Google reviews. Customize insurance based on your family's individual needs. It's State Farm agent Courtney Lisk, located in the Green Ridge section of Scranton. 570-800-5969. Check her out online at CourtneyLiskInsurance.com.
We are back here with you live on the John Mandola Show Network. I'm Mark McNulty here with Chase Erbacher. We are back here live to watch the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack take on the Holy Redeemer Royals as this one goes down for David Januzzi, who had a bit of a quiet first half for his standards, but coming to life here towards the end of the first half and into the second half. And Chase, what would you like to see more here out of your Wolfpack on offense and defense?
I definitely think they could give more offensive firepower. They've been playing well on defense, but the offensive firepower could be more.
As that was Sepkoski scoring that bucket there for the Royals. Here's Januzzi with the ball one-on-one over to Keating. And Januzzi hits the three. That's not David Januzzi, that's Luciano Januzzi, the freshman brother of David. That's his 6th point of the evening.
It's a good debut for him. 6 points, freshman. I think we found another Januzzi.
As here's Quillia running the point for Redeemer over to Drayton. And Redeemer's been in some pretty big holes here to start the game, but they've slowly clawed back, and this is what they're known for, man. Tough, gritty basketball. As looks like we have a foul here.
Yeah, as you were saying, Redeemer finding those holes in the Wilkes-Barre area defense, and I think that's really been helping them stay close in this game.
Absolutely, and like I said, they've been in some pretty big deficits. But they're, like I said, they're creeping around, man. It's scary when a team can just creep around. As here's Drayton, Januzzi falls down there, inside, and no bucket, no good for McLean. Rebound to Keating. Here's Januzzi, 43-32 in favor of the Wolfpack. Here's Fuentes in the paint, struggling, loses the ball, and it's a turnover. And the bucket, no good. Going for a layup there was McLean again. Good pass by Fuentes over to Januzzi for the easy layup. 45-32 Wolfpack, and a nice sequence there for Wilkes-Barre area.
Of course, that quick run and gun game that Wilkes-Barre area loves, those deep passes.
Now Redeemer going to try and slow the tempo down a little bit. Here's Schaefer over to Drayton. 45-32. You're down 13, but it's still manageable if you play your cards right, play some tough offense, and play some really, really good defense. As the layup is no good, but then second chance also no good. That was Sepkoski again. Here's Januzzi over to Januzzi, and then Luciano misses the three. Gotta say, Chase, it's a little bit tough to distinguish which Januzzi I'm talking about, but maybe not. He got the steal, then he lost the ball again, and then there's Drayton with the bucket. Timeout, Redeemer. 45-34 in favor of your Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack.
Therapy Restore and Rejuvenate, we proudly combine state-of-the-art technology with personalized care to help you feel and perform at your best. Open 7 days a week, 16 Church Street in Dallas. Geared towards student athletes from high school and college to help their bodies recover by offering cutting-edge solutions. Student athlete packages are available for a 3-month unlimited amount of visits. Contact 570-228-2796. Email Amory at cryotherapysessions.com. Cryotherapy, 16 Church Street, Dallas, 570-228-2796.
We are back live on the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast after the timeout. I'm Mark McNulty with Chase Erbacher. As Wilkes-Barre area has an 11-point lead as Luciano Januzzi fires a three, no good. Offensive rebound to Shovelin, put back no good, and Redeemer secures the board. That was number 30, Charlie Schaefer. And I was saying to you over the break, Chase, Wilkes-Barre area, they have a commanding lead right now. However, Redeemer, they can still play their cards right. Like I said, they've kept it close. What do you think we need to see out of them to erase this deficit for them?
I think we need to see Redeemer just play their game. Right now they're playing at Wilkes-Barre area's run and gun fast pace. I think Redeemer needs to slow it down, play the tempo that they're comfortable at.
As now here's McLean with the ball up against Fuentes. And now you got to be careful here. You got Orlando Williams in, a great ball player, at that 5'6" stature, as we have a foul on the court. And it looks like it's going to go against Wilkes-Barre area. It's on number 2, David Januzzi. As they're going to try and pass in the ball here, they do successfully to Drayton. You got Orlando Williams there guarding Quaglia. As he takes it in, no good on the layup. Has a man jump in there, and it's good. Good fight there from Caden Sepkoski. Good rebounding, and Redeemer has the ball back here. They got a steal off Wilkes-Barre area, and it's going to be a charge on Redeemer. There we go, some rough and tough basketball going on here now. 9-point game here in favor of the Wolfpack. Number 1, Jacob Johnson coming into the game for Wilkes-Barre area in place of Fuentes. And Johnson had a hot, second quarter there. He was making a couple of threes. Really, really good defensively as well.
Yes.
As
Speaking of three.
Januzzi misses the three. Keating saves it. Gets it back into Januzzi, who takes it into the lane, and he is hounded, but there is a foul. And, man, it seems like, David Januzzi, he loves to go into the paint, but it seems like Redeemer, they've had guys waiting for him there all night so far.
Yeah, they haven't let him get to the lanes that he's wanted to go to, which ends up him being at the free throw line.
And he sinks his first one there. But, yeah, to your point, results with him at the free throw line, but you have to wonder, is that their strategy? If you're holding them to 2 points, right, or, 1 or 2, assuming, you might miss a free throw, then what?
And it also cuts down some of the momentum to where he might have made that basket driving into the paint.
And he sinks both free throws this time, 47-36 in favor of Wilkes-Barre area. That's 13 points now for Januzzi. As here's Schrader with the ball here up against Januzzi. Pass over here to Drayton. He's going to cut it. Stolen by Orlando Williams. Williams, nice pass into Keating, and it's going to be a foul. Keating going to go to the line to shoot free throws.
Another big thing for this Holy Redeemer team is a lot of fouls in this game, but Wilkes-Barre has been at the free throw line heavily in this third period.
And, they've had, Wilkes-Barre area, Januzzi and Keating, we know what they are, right? We know they're two really, really good ball players. Redeemer's been able to keep them primarily at the free throw line. They haven't let them kind of dictate the game as they usually do. As Keating will miss his second free throw, and it looks like it'll be Wilkes-Barre area basketball. Yes, yep, it'll be Wilkes-Barre area ball. And then here's Orlando Williams with it. Johnson, top of the key, he was looking for a three, no. Williams from the corner, no good. Rebound there to Sepkoski. Here's Drayton going fast, going into the paint. The Euro, no good. Rebound Shovelin had it. He lost it. And no good. Couple of easy shots there for Redeemer, and they couldn't put him in. And we have a foul now in the backcourt. They had a couple of wide open layups, man. You got to be able to convert those if you want to get out of this deficit.
Yeah, sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way, but got to finish those.
Now you have number 45, Elijah Silla, checking in for Mike Keating, getting the big guy in there, maybe try and secure some rebounds. Now here's Johnson here. Like I said, had a hot start. He's going to drive to the lane. He's going to pass it inside. Here's Silla. Passes it back, turns it over. Drayton with the steal. It's going to be Sepkoski with the basketball here. And bucket is good. Shovelin had the defense on him, but a nice, tough basket there from Caden Sepkoski. Now here comes David Januzzi. It's going to be over to Shovelin, over to Williams with the three. No good. Silla almost had the offensive rebound, couldn't secure it. And he has Shovelin jump in and one. A nice basket there from junior Charlie Schaefer. And he's at the foul line now with a chance to lower the deficit here to 7.
It's really good patience there from Schaefer to try to get Shovelin to bite on the block, and he did.
Now here is Schaefer's free throw as the student section is active. You got some screaming going on here tonight. And the free throw is no good. Rebound to Silla, and Johnson secures it. going to take it up the court now. So the three-point play did not work out for them, but they did get a nice, tough bucket. Now it's 48-40 in favor of Wilkes-Barre area. But here comes Drayton with the steal, and Scylla gets the rebound, and we have a foul.
Now with all these fouls, you still see Redeemer sneakily cutting that lead.
Yeah, and they've hung around, right? That's what I was saying earlier, just hanging around. That's the scariest thing you could do, just hang around. Keep it close. Keep it close enough to where you're not out of it.
We said they're still forcing Wilkes-Barre to the free throw line, but they're still like sneakily just chipping away.
As now here's Shovlin at the free throw line, so the foul was on his defender. His first free throw is up and good, 49-40 in favor of Wilkes-Barre area. We have a couple of subs in here for the Royals. Max Mahutsky and Matthew Stilp, I believe, coming in. And then we have another sub. It looks like we have Keating back in for Scylla. And we also have Robert Fuentes ready to come back in as Shovlin hits his second free throw. Yep, number 22, Fuentes in for Shovlin. 50-40 in favor of Wilkes-Barre. We got a 10-point game. Redeemer already with 5 fouls here in the third. Lost a handle on it for a second, but he gets it back. Here's Qualia. Back to Schrader, and here's Redeemer. You know, they're taking that slow tempo, like you were just saying, play their game. Wilkes-Barre likes to play fast. They're not letting them. Now Qualia in the corner, up against Keating. That's not the matchup he wants. Now Orlando Williams gets the guard on Max Mahutsky. Screen set there. And we have a whistle. And it looks like maybe on Redeemer. Nope, it is on Robert Fuentes of the Wolfpack. And then Schrader down here to check the ball in. We have Achilles Fuentes checking in for Robert Fuentes. That duo's been active tonight, huh? Both brothers.
Very much so. Twin telepathy, some call it.
And a nice make there. Max Mahutsky with a nice layup.
Found his lane.
Now here's Januzzi back over to Keating, who's going to spark up a three, and no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Redeemer basketball down 8 with 1:14 left in the third period. We have Orlando Williams coming out of the game for Luciano Januzzi. And a nasty screen set there for a minute. And no good on the layup, but there's a foul. That's Logan Schrader, who will go to the line to shoot free throws. And all of a sudden, Chase, they have a chance to, assuming he makes both free throws, knock it down to 6 points.
Yeah, I would say we've mentioned it time and time again throughout this quarter. They're slowly chipping away. They're stopping Wilkes-Barre.
And his first free throw is up and good.
They're very sneakily finding ways to score, whether it's at the free throw line, quick drives in the paint.
And his second free throw is no good. Rebound to Fuentes. And a foul on Schrader. And it's looking like Fuentes is going to go back to the line here. Coach Levan wants to talk to his guys, make sure they have everything straight here while those free throws are being shot. Fuentes' first is no good off the back rim. Redeemer making a couple of substitutions. In comes Kyrie McLean and Max Mahutsky back. As Fuentes' second is also no good. He goes 0 for 2 from the line there. Not what you want to see. Now Redeemer has a chance here to cut this lead down. And a nice pass, pump fake. He's going to drive in. This is Mahutsky up against Johnson. Here's Qualia driving in, puts up the layup, and he is fouled. No bucket, but he is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws with a chance to knock it down to 5 points on the deficit.
We've seen a lot of free throws this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was funny. You know, the first quarter was a lot of defense, a lot of rebounding, but not really dirty. Second quarter went by. We had a couple more fouls, and then now we have 5 each, 5 apiece. As the first free throw is no good. It's off the back iron. That's Qualia at the line. And his second one goes down. Here's Fuentes now into Januzzi. Wilkes-Barre has 40 seconds left. You don't really want to take this whole clock. You could score and then play defense. But you don't need to be in a rush.
Got to score first, though.
Januzzi over to Januzzi. Luciano to David. Yep, they are. It looks like they will take the quarter here. They're going to take their time. You got 12 seconds left. We have a timeout by Wilkes-Barre area. 50-44, 11.8 left here in the third quarter. We'll be right back. We are back here in the Wolfpack Den. Januzzi driving to the paint. A little bit of time left here, 7.5 seconds. Looked like they held him. We have a whistle. And it's gonna be a jump ball. And in turn, the ball will stay with Wilkes-Barre area, it looks like. Yep, 7.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Luciano Januzzi to pass it in. And it's going to be into David Januzzi. He's going to take it to the paint, puts up the shot, no good. Here's Redeemer, they have a chance, they heave it, no good. Fuentes hauls in the rebound, 50-44, end of the third quarter. We'll be back for the fourth.
Tire Service, celebrating over 97 years, trusted to keep America rolling. McCarthy Tire Service has been there for generations and family for the highest quality in tire service and scheduled maintenance. With over 70 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We're one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire Service. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 7. Fridays 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 1. Located at 4141 Bernie Ave in Moosic. The Ascent, Forester, Crosstrek, Legacy, and Impreza. You can call them toll free. 888-903-8015 or visit them online. ManukaSubaru.com. For Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. In Dunmore, Talk to Jen Ricky Abeloff. She's located at 115 West Drinker Street in Dunmore, 570-342-9626. Visit Detailed Assets Auto Spa, located on 295 South River Street in Plains.
We are back here live on the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast on the John Mendola Show Network. I am Mark McNulty here with Logan Krakenfels for the fourth quarter. And Logan, you know, I was talking to Chase earlier. We mentioned it 9 times at least in the third quarter. Redeemer has kept it really, really close as the bucket here is good. And that is number 43, Jack Wazakowski. But they've kept it close. You know, how does that affect the game now here starting the fourth quarter?
We definitely have a lot of pressure on us. What I'm noticing down low from the Royals is they're getting constant buckets on us. They're finding every opportunity that they can, and they just keep finishing. Their layup game and their field goal percentage is probably through the roof right now.
Now here's Johnson with the rock. It's going to be over to Keating. Wilkes-Barre area would like to take their time here, play tempo. Keating, and it's blocked. They're not going to call the foul. That was an ugly hit, but the ball will go to Redeemer now. Here's Mahutsky. 50-46, only a 4-point game. If Redeemer can get a bucket here, all of a sudden it's really, really close. And he almost lost it for a second, gets it back. Quaglia back here. The three is up and good.
1 point away now.
And that was Wazakowski. And we have a timeout by Wilkes-Barre area. 50-49 in favor of the Wolfpack. Only a 1-point game here at the Wolfpack Den. We are back at the Wolfpack Den here. Only a 1-point game now. Wolfpack leads 50-49. Here's Johnson with the basketball. Januzzi in the corner over to Fuentes. That is Achilles Fuentes. Both Fuentes brothers in the game. And we have a foul on Redeemer, and that's on Wazakowski.
I believe what this game's going to come down to is fouls. I feel all so far this game we have been hacking away at them, but once the bonus comes around, we're at a 1-point game right now. That can come down to the bonus in this game.
Absolutely, and you know, Wilkes-Barre area led by double digits at some points in this game. All of a sudden, fourth quarter, 6.5 minutes left. It's only a 1-point ball game. We have a nice, really fun ending ahead of us. And Januzzi in the mid-range, no good. Trying to fight for the rebound is Fuentes, can't get it. Here's Quaglia with the basketball with a chance to take the lead.
Another thing they keep getting on us is rebounds. I see them, you know, they're having a lot of fast break opportunities. They're coming down and scoring almost just like that.
And Keating with the rebound on the missed shot by McLean. And we have a whistle, and it looks like maybe a foul on Redeemer. Yep. It's going to be on Sepkoski there, he's had himself a nice ball game. You know, he's played some efficient basketball. Both teams have. You know, you want to be careful, like to your point, with the fouls now. Early on, they were running the game. Now you got to play some clean basketball, because if either team goes to the line, you know, those are some easy points that they can get. As here's Januzzi in the Fuentes. Nice bucket there. Good find. That's Robert Fuentes that time. His 10th point of the ball game.
Him and his brother are both always sneaking around. They're always finding good looks like that.
And Robert had a really hot first quarter. Hadn't heard much from him since, but now we see him here in the fourth quarter when it counts. Now here's Januzzi on defense up against Quaglia. In the corner here is Mahutsky.
Nice pick there.
Back to McLean. They're playing some tempo basketball. They're taking their time. into the lane. The left-handed layup, no good. That was Mahutsky. Rebound goes to the Wolfpack. Januzzi to Fuentes, who loses it, gets it back. Robert to Achilles, back to Robert, and he is fouled.
Good foul call by the ref. He definitely got hammered down there.
Yep, and that was a rough foul, but Robert Fuentes is going to go to the line to shoot 2, and the foul there was on Wazakowski, the senior guard/forward.
Another thing I noticed is that our free throws, I feel like we're not as consistent as some other teams. I feel like we're usually make one, miss one type of team.
Yeah, Wilkes-Barre, of course, an area of improvement as Fuentes misses the first one. There you go. Commentators jinx Logan early on in your first game here. You're jinxing people already.
I don't want that to become a habit, but it just happens for some people. So now if he makes this one, that's definitely a jinx.
Absolutely. And this one's up and good. There you go, Logan. You did it to yourself. 1 of 2 from the line here is Robert Fuentes. Wolfpack still in the lead, 53-49. 5 minutes left here to play. As now here's McLean with the ball over to Qualia. Here's number 15, Lucas Schrader. Back to Qualia. So they're taking their time. They're passing the rock around, playing some slow basketball. Wilkes-Barre loves to play fast. They really don't want them to. Redeemer does not want them to get into a fast tempo basketball game.
I feel like not too many shots from Deemer, as I mentioned earlier. A lot of layups. There we go. Another jinx as he takes a shot.
And they're fighting for the rebound there down low, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Lots of dog piles this game. I noticed a lot of people diving for lost balls between both teams. That's something that I think we have our lead right now, and we have had a lot of players diving for these balls.
Absolutely. Got a lot of hustle here, in Wilkes-Barre area. As the ball's going to go to the Wolfpack here on the jump ball. Here's Fuentes. And he loses the ball in the backcourt now as Fuentes. And we have a whistle.
Wow, if you look up here, 4 fouls for the Royals already. That is an insane jump. We're going to be in the bonus soon, and I think that can be something that chips away at the scoreboard here.
And Wilkes-Barre area with 0 fouls. That hurts because now, for Redeemer, right? That hurts for Redeemer. Because now Redeemer, you got to play some really clean basketball. You have the lead down to 4, right? You have the lead down to 4, but now if you keep fouling them, they're just going to go to the free throw line. There's no point. So you just got to play some clean, good defense. As here's Fuentes with a 3, and it's good. Achilles Fuentes with a nice shot there from the corner.
Assist by his brother, by the way, as well. Love to see that type of chemistry out there.
As now here's McLean driving. No bucket, but we do have a foul, and it is on your Wolfpack. So they do not count the bucket. They don't count the take. He's not going to shoot free throws, but the ball will stay with the Royals.
Just had Drayton subbing in.
And now Qualia coming out of the game, starting point guard. And fires it in. Here's Drayton over to McLean. They've liked to give him the ball, let him kind of dictate the pace so far. As here he is again, up against Luciano Januzzi, the freshman. Back over, fakes the shot.
One thing I can give to Redeemer is their screens. Their screen has caused them so many overlooks and so many open drives. If they keep up that could start chipping away down at the lead as well.
And Fuentes misses the layup here. And it's going to be a travel call. And it's going to be Wilkes-Barre area basketball there.
These are the calls that come down in the last 3 minutes of the game that are really going to start causing the game's difference.
Absolutely. And, now it's up to a 7-point game. We said that Redeemer kept it close, but now you're getting to the point where keeping it close isn't enough. You got 3.5 minutes left. You got to cut down this lead soon. And it's going to be Redeemer ball. That's how you start it. And went for a nice pass, but Luciano Januzzi steals it. Here's Johnson to the rack. Here's to Keating, and 1.
Great and 1 from Keating there.
Mikey Keating here with 3:11 in the fourth has a chance at a 3-point play.
I said earlier in the game, he is a great all-around player. He has the finishing ability. He has the free throws. He has the mid-range. And he has the 3.
And that's the guy you want, right? He stands at, 6'2" for you at your forward position. That's nice to have.
Just about the tallest player out there right now, as a matter of fact.
All right, and the three-point play is completed there by Mike Keating, and that extends Wilkes-Barre area's lead to 10 now. Redeemer's got to do something. They got to do something quick. Here's Quaglia with the triple. No good. Offensive rebound to Drayton. Back to McLean, to Drayton in the corner. And it's stolen by Fuentes. Achilles Fuentes on the fast break to Keating, who loses the handle. Couldn't hang on to the ball, and that's going to be Redeemer basketball.
Rare slip up from Keating out there.
Very, very rare mistake today from Michael Keating. But nonetheless, we have Redeemer ball. Here's Quaglia up against Luciano Januzzi.
Anything now to waste time on the clock would be perfect for the Wilkes-Barre area, fighting for those balls as we
And
see.
Keating with the rip, and he gets tripped in the at mid-court there. That's an ugly slip. And it's going to be a travel call. It's going to be Wilkes-Barre area basketball, and they are starting to take control here in the fourth quarter.
You hear the crowd now starting to get livid. They're loving these last couple minutes of the game. It's going down the last couple of seconds.
And it looks like we have a timeout by the Royals. 59-49 with 2.5 minutes left.
Our local State Farm insurance agents. Frank Sirocach, located at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sirocach.
We are back here live at the Wolfpack Den. 59-49 in favor of Wilkes-Barre area with 2.5 to play. Here's Johnson. Ball's tip is handled by Fuentes. Fuentes to Fuentes. And the foul.
Again, the brothers always looking for each other.
If they have that chemistry, you can tell, you know what I mean?
Before he even looked, and before I believe it was Robert even turned around, his brother was already throwing it to him. He knew what was going on there.
Yep, they know the plays. Now, this is Robert Fuentes at the line to shoot free throws here.
I mean, the only thing that can tell them apart is really their jersey numbers. From up here, I cannot loud mark.
I understand that, man. As the first free throw falls here for Robert Fuentes, 60-49 now in favor of Wilkes-Barre area. And the second free throw is up and good, 61-49. And Januzzi, David Januzzi, I have to start distinguishing that now, going to come in for Johnson. And the Redeemer gets the ball in. Here's Drayton with a jab step, gets some space on Januzzi. 12-point ball game here.
Like you said, Drayton's doing a good job at running this floor in the last couple minutes. Not too many turnovers for him. I believe only one in the last quarter here.
And here he is again. They're trying to pass the ball around, get some quick shots up. Here's Drayton, who is fouled. So the foul's going to be on Achilles Fuentes. And now Drayton goes to the line with a chance to shoot 2 free throws with 1:57 left in the game.
Royals now also have 5 fouls.
Yeah, they've played a dirty ball game here in the fourth quarter. You got to be careful of that. And Drayton's first is no good. You got to wonder if the screaming threw him off a little bit.
Absolutely, I can hear it through the mic right now.
Threw me off, that's for sure. Now Drayton with his second free throw.
Again, the screening.
And it's up and good this time. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line here, 61-50 in favor of Wilkes-Barre. As Luciano Januzzi gets Drayton on defense.
You can see him already looking for his brother.
Yep, a quick pass to David, who drives into the lane, and a nice layup. David Januzzi drives it right in there on Josh Grochowski. A nice offensive play there for Wilkes-Barre area. As we have a loose ball, Fuentes has it, throws it off of the Redeemer defender, and that's going to be Wilkes-Barre area ball. That is a smart basketball play by Robert Fuentes.
Very, very smart play there. I think that was a snapping. Just think that came natural to him.
He threw it right on his chest, and it bounced out of bounds. That's a smart play.
I think I see him holding his chest over there, actually. I might have hurt him a little bit.
Oh, it didn't work out. They're going to give the ball to Redeemer. Oh, I thought maybe not, though. Uh-oh, what's happening now?
Refs are talking?
Yep, the refs are talking. It looked like it was going to be Redeemer ball. Then they gave it back to Wilkes-Barre area. Looks like Keating's getting ready to check the ball in, though, so it looks like Wilkes-Barre area will keep it.
A lot of chitter-chatter between these teams here.
Yep, it is going to be Wolfpack ball here as Keating gets it into Januzzi, the duo we all know and love. Now here's Keating over to Johnson, who's being hounded.
Johnson has been quiet now in the second half. He had a few threes, I believe, in the first half, but he needs to start. Well, actually, we have time, but he can start sparking it up a little.
We're up 13 with a minute left.
Yeah.
We're fine.
He's probably going to look for one more, though, before the game's over.
Januzzi getting hounded, and he's fouled now with a minute 10 left, close to midcourt, and it's going to be on Redeemer. As now Januzzi going to go to the line here. They have two freshmen on the court right now. You got Orlando Williams and Luciano Januzzi. Just something intriguing. Well, now Orlando Williams coming out, but in come the Fuentes brothers, both of them, Achilles and Robert, coming back in.
It's crazy to see in this game, you know, these freshmen in so late in the game in these crucial moments. These are the moments now that build them for later games and prepares them for future actions.
Absolutely, and that you couldn't have put it any better than that, man. You know, they're getting this game time early on. So now, as you know, these next 3 years go by, they have experience. They know how fast the game is. As now Redeemer is going to try and put something together really quick. Down 14 with a minute left. And this is DeBalso with the ball. The student section for Wilkes-Barre area knows. They know that this is a little bit out of reach. We have a whistle, and it's a travel.
We have great defense here at the end of the game from Wolfpack. Cannot be any better. We have tips. We have forces. We have travels coming from Redeemer. It's great.
Wilkes-Barre has just not let Redeemer even make it close. You know, they hung. I told you a lot of times they're hanging around all game. And that they stopped that real quick when it came to the fourth quarter. Now here, yep, Januzzi, minute left. They could take their time here, of course, try and take some clock with them. As now here's Keating being doubled, gets it back to Luciano Januzzi. 35 seconds left now. Over to Williams.
And Orlando was subbed back in, as a matter of fact.
Yep, Orlando Williams back in. So we're back to the two freshmen on the court. Januzzi taking his time. David to Luciano. And it looks like we'll dribble the ball out. And that is going to do it. 64-50 in favor of Wilkes-Barre area in the tip-off tournament. So now they will play in the championship round tomorrow. And so Wilkes-Barre area with the 14-point win, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much. we're going to send it down now here to Braden Richards, who has Coach Levan, looks like Robert Fuentes, and Mikey Keating for a post-game interview. Braden?
All right, I'm here after this win. All right, Coach, tell me how that second half was.
Like I said at halftime, I thought, defensively we're giving up some easy things. So, again, just going in the locker room, these guys have played a lot of basketball together, so it was just about talking them through, communicating, fixing the little things that I thought we weren't doing in the first half. And then, I think, again, our best offense is probably our defense. So cleaning the defense up helped us get out in transition.
And then, Robert, how does it feel to play with your brother tonight?
It feels really good. Not just to play with him, just to play with the whole team, come out, beat Holy Redeemer, just play basketball, play varsity basketball.
And then, Mike, how does a win like this bring the locker room together and team morale?
I think it brings a lot of energy to our team. We were looking forward to this game since we lost in the conference finals last year, so it brings the team a lot of energy, and we're focused on tomorrow now.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Back up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Braden. And that is going to do it for us on the Wilkes-Barre Area Student Broadcast on the John Mendola Show Network. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.